Hello viewers, welcome back to my English class. In the previous video, I explained the structural aspect of present continuous. Now, let us take the usage of present continuous. So, follow it carefully, learn it properly. Present continuous usage. It is very easy to understand this point. This tense, present continuous, expresses an action which is going on at the time of speaking. It expresses an action which is going on or being done. That means the action must be in progress. It is being done. It is going on. So, take this point to indicate an action which is going on or being done at the time of speaking. Look here. To indicate an action which is going on. So that action is going on or being done at the time of speaking. So that action must be in progress. It is being taken place. When? At present only. At this moment. At present. That action is in progress. It is being done. Take the examples. Then it will be clear for you. Now I am writing my English notes. I am writing. Don't forget the structure. Subject, be forms, am, is, are, plus present participle form of verb and of course object. So subject, am, is, are. So like that, be form. Right, be form here is am. Writing, that is present participle. Fourth form of verb. So next, at present, she is watching TV. Is watching. She is watching. Observe the usage of be form and verb. She is watching TV. Look, the magician is showing the magic. Is showing the magic. Listen, the child is telling something. Is telling. All these actions are in progress at present only. At this moment only. It may be before our eyes or somewhere else. Next, see. They are lifting the huge rock or lifting the huge rock. Today she is reading a new novel. Is reading. So in this manner we have to use the verb part in this tense to express an action which is going on at the time of speaking, which is in progress at the time of speaking. And usually we may refer some present time here. Now, at present, look, listen, see, today, and so on. In this way, whenever we want to express an action which is in progress or which is being done, we have to use this present continuous only. So, this is for our basic understanding. Next, we have to take up the examination point. So, observe, in the examination, that verb part is kept in blank. So, like this. Now I dash my English notes. That will be the question in the examination. And verb, the first form is given in brackets, right? Read the sentence once or twice and recognize the tense. Now I dash my English notes. The verb right is given in brackets. How can you recognize in the examination? If we want to use in our day-to-day life, we can use it easily. But recognition of tense in the examination is very important. By observing the word now. The word now refers to a present action and which is in progress. By observing the word now, you have to recognize that this sentence belongs to present continuous and you have to use present continuous structure basic pattern, that is I, subject is there. Be forms am, is, are. I am. Write present tense form and you have to make it present participle. Now I am writing. Let me write it legibly. So now I am writing my English notes. Take this one also, the same. Verb part is kept blank. Watch is the verb. Read the sentence proper. At present she dash TV. So at present, by observing the word at present, you have to recognize that this sentence belongs to present continuous and recall the structure and fill it properly. So with the subject she, you have to use the be form is watching. Is watching TV. So at present is the key word here. Look, the magician dash magic. And the verb may be given show. Like this in brackets. By observing the word look, which refers to a present action, which is in progress. Look, the magician is showing. He is showing magic. Next also same. Listen, the child dash something. The child dash something. The verb is given in brackets like that. Tell. Listen. So this word makes you remember that this sentence belongs to present continuous only. That is, the action is in progress and action happens before our eyes. Just and you have to listen. Listen, the child is telling. Sometimes we don't hear some children's speech. That's why you have to listen carefully. So listen, the child is telling something. See, they are lifting blank. And the verb to be given, lift. See, observe the word see. See, they are lifting. They are lifting the huge rock. So here is also the same case. Sometimes we use today also in this tense. And the verb read. Today she dash a new novel. So today, by observing the word today, you have to recognize the tense and you have to fill the blank. Is reading. So for the examination, you have to remember the keywords, observe the keywords, all the keywords, once again note down the keywords and remember, recall these words whenever it is necessary. Now, at present, look, listen, see, today. All these words refer to a present action which is in progress and you have to use present continuous only in the examination. So this entire explanation is for the examination. So next, usage of present continuous. By using present continuous, we can express some sort of future actions, not simply present actions. Some sort of future actions can be expressed by using this present continuous. But that particular future action will be taken place in the nearest future, near future action. Pre-arranged near future action can be expressed in this present continuous. So, to indicate a pre-arranged action which is to take place in the near future. Remember the word near future and pre-arranged. So it expresses an action to indicate an action a pre-arranged action particularly which is to take place in the near future. So pre-arranged action which is to take place in the near future. So which is the near future to our present? That is today evening, tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, tonight. So you have to mention the time like this so that it will be clear to the listener that that action will be taken place in the near future. This sort of future actions can be expressed even in the simple present. I explained that use. But there, a future action, future plan, it may not be necessarily in the nearest future, near future in that usage, but it is somewhat a little bit different. It must be a near future action. Look at the example. I am leaving for Chennai tomorrow morning. So I am leaving for Chennai tomorrow morning. That action is to take place only tomorrow morning. So almost near future. And you can express I am leaving. Usually people use going to always for a future action. Going to. I am going to Chennai. I am going to play a match. I am going to an excursion. Like that, going to use. People use that going to expression. It's also okay. But why should you use always going to? You can use the other verb. I am leaving for Chennai tomorrow morning. And of course, going. I have given also one example here. His brother is arriving tonight. His brother is arriving tonight. So near future and present continuous. Remember the structure. Subject to be form Sam is our present participle. So be form present participle. So the pattern should be followed strictly. His brother is arriving tonight from USA. Tomorrow they are going to meet. So going to is used here, of course. One example I should give. That's why I have given this going to. Tomorrow, so near future. So like this. Whenever you want to express a near future action, simply you can use this present continuous instead of going to future tense. You can use future tense also in this context. But it looks nice if you use present continuous, particularly for a near future action. So that is present continuous, the second usage. And for the examination, look the other point. I am leaving for Chennai tomorrow morning. So I am leaving is the blank here to be given, and verb leave is given in brackets. I dash for Chennai tomorrow morning. So by observing the word tomorrow or tomorrow morning, you have to recognize that sentence may be in present continuous, can be kept in present continuous, can be expressed in present continuous just by observing the words tomorrow morning. And you have to use present continuous like this. I am leaving. I am leaving. His brother is arriving tonight. Here also same. He is arriving. Blank. And the verb arrive. So read the sentence. His brother dashed night from USA. The given verb arrive. So you have to fill it by observing the word tonight. It's a near future action. Near future action can be expressed in present continuous. So present continuous, recall the structure and fill it properly. His brother is arriving. So next also are going blank. You have to fill. And the verb, of course, go. Simple. Tomorrow they dash to meet the CM. And tomorrow is the word which refers to the nearest future. Then you can fill the blank by using present continuous structure. So tomorrow they are Going to meet the same. In this way, you have to answer a question in the examination. So this is the second use of present continuous. Remember it properly. So far I have explained the right usage of present continuous. We can use so many verbs in present continuous. But here is one exception. This exception is meant for not the beginners or basic learners. After learning, after practicing it only, you can learn this point. So, this is a very important point. And most people commit a mistake here. That's why I will explain just in brief, and I will make a separate video on this particular point later. Present continuous can be expressed by using many verbs. See, I am writing, we are watching, they are reading, she is cooking, and so on. So, reading, cooking, dancing, watching, and so on. We can use almost many verbs, hundreds of verbs in this present continuous without any problem. But there are certain verbs, a group of verbs which cannot be used in present continuous. These verbs don't have physical activity. They are emotional. They are feelings, emotional activities, mental activities. That sort of activities or actions or verbs cannot be expressed in present continuous. Just I'll take 2 or 3 examples in brief, and later I'll make a separate video. Look here. The mother is loving her daughter very much. Always mothers show lot of love and affection. Here, is loving is the wrong usage. Love is an emotional activity. It cannot be touched. It cannot be seen. It's only feeling, understanding, feeling. That sort of feelings, emotional activities cannot be expressed in present continuous because they don't have physical form. So, we cannot witness that action in performance. Just as we witness that I am writing, she is watching. That sort of physical form, this sort of verbs don't have that sort of physical form. So, it is wrong to use in present continuous. Then how to express? Go to simple present. It is so easy. Is loving, wrong. So, the mother loves. That is the right way. The mother loves her daughter very much. Instead of present continuous, we have to use the simple present. So, next we can take other example. He is hating her. He is hating also wrong. Just as love, hate is also emotional activity. So, it should not be in present continuous. He hates her. So, like that, it should also be in simple present. And so many examples are there. Understand. I am not understanding your lesson. That is wrong. I don't understand your lesson. That is right. Understanding should not be used like that in present continuous. I don't understand your lesson. That is the right way. So, negative form is this. That's why we need to use don't. I don't understand your lesson. So many verbs are there like this. Consist. The book is consisting of 2 chapters. Wrong. The book consists of 2 chapters. Right. So, is consisting, wrong. Consists, right. I am preferring coffee to tea. Wrong. I prefer coffee to tea. Is preferring, wrong. prefer, right. So and so on. There are nearly 30 verbs there, and I'll explain all those verbs in a separate video for full clarification. So this is the end of present continuous, and we'll continue with present perfect in the next video. Thank you.